We're going to talk about the Robert Mueller testimony that occurred back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We've had 2 days to digest it. He testified before 2 House committees. Joining us right now is political science professor Dr. Greg Murray of Augusta University. Like all of us, you've had a couple of days to digest what went down there. Robert Mueller didn't seem to have a whole lot to say, a lot of one-word answers. There seemed to be a lot to do about nothing, but what's your take on
Well, and Mark, he said that's what he was going to do, was going to stick very much to the bounds of his report, and that's exactly what he did. I think overall it was probably just a high-profile political event that not a great deal of new information came out of, that I think both sides are going to take their own bits and pieces from and use to their advantage as much as they can.
Now, as far as the Democrats go, they seem to be split on whether they want to proceed with formal proceedings against the president as far as impeachment goes. A lot of them feel that voters just have no appetite for that right now.
Well, it's a tough decision for them, right? From a political process perspective, if they pursue impeachment, it shuts down everything else.
Yeah.
So they've got to decide, are they going to put aside all their other policy aspirations and pursue impeachment, or are they going to do impeachment or pursue those things? So it's a tough decision for them. I think the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, has decided, hey, we do not really want to set aside these policy things that we want to pursue, healthcare, those sorts of things, in an effort to do this. But she also realized there's some taste in some members' mouths for doing this sort of thing. And impeaching the president, and there's a lot of ill will towards the president, and people want to do it. There is something to be said for just straight sort of a constitutional view, is this is their job to do this sort of thing. So maybe they should pursue impeachment, but in terms of their oversight role, but they've got to make a decision on that. I think it's a tough decision.
And of course, the proceedings also brought out, once again, reinforced what the report did, that the Russians did meddle in the 2016 election. What do you think voters? What do you think the confidence of voters is? What is it right now, as far as going to the polls? What do you think?
Hopefully we've got enough problems getting people to turn out to vote. Hopefully this doesn't discourage people from voting, but I think some people will take it that way, and the idea that, well, my vote is going to be tampered with some way, that's a major concern, particularly as we go to these electronic voting machines and that sort of mechanisms that we're putting in place. It's tough. I'm going to go vote.
Yeah.
I think other people are going to make their decisions based on a variety of factors. But I mean, if you're on the sort of sitting on the fence in terms of whether it's worth voting or not, this might be something that's going to shake some of those people out and lead them to not go vote. So I think it's a tough call for some people. I hope that won't be the decision they make, but some people will probably have that as an excuse for not going to vote.
And what about here in Georgia? A new system is about to be implemented with that will tighten things up, and it's supposed to. My understanding is be online by the election 2020. But there are some advocates that want to see it online sooner.
Well, everything is going to be in question, though, right? Even paper ballots, when we were doing paper ballots, could end up being a problem. So, hopefully they will get this in place. Hopefully we'll get the cybersecurity measures in place that are going to protect the system, and we'll kind of go from there. Are we going to be able to prevent this, tampering in the cyber world completely? No, probably not. But I think we can make our best efforts to try to stop it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning and going over things with us. We do appreciate it. Dr. Greg Murray, political science professor at Augusta University. We will be right back on the other side of the break.
All right, we're going to take a look at our conditions across